The production of a ship is something very special. The process actually realizes a living object, and these guys were producing these things of beauty. These men had great pride in the work that they were doing, and more pride when they saw that end product, the ship sail down Belfast Lock, because they had built it, they had produced it, and their hearts were in that ship.
This area would have been like the Cape Canaveral of a time. It was full of innovators, men with ideas. It is a most amazing story, because here you had a relatively small new city on the very corner of the massive British Empire. It had no raw materials, nothing at all. It didn't even have the skills at that point in time, yet it became the world's biggest shipbuilder.
Harland and Wolff was the major employer and had so many offshoots, other industries which fed into it. If there would have been no Harland and Wolff 100 years ago, I don't know what people would have done for jobs in this city. It was like a mini town in itself, and it was just the heartbeat of Belfast.
It was such a shock when the news came back that this wonderful creation that we had sent away, carrying all the hopes and the pride, 13 days earlier that she had sunk and 1,500 people died, and it was a massive shock.
And they viewed that ship as a graveyard beneath the water, and therefore didn't make of it in the years that followed. They tended to view it as a resting place for people who had lost their lives, and left it at that.
There was a sense of shame, there was a sense of embarrassment, our pride was hurt, a sense that maybe that pride was being punished from above. All of those factors in our psyche meant that people just thought, don't mention the T word.
Belfast has to raise its head and take pride in the building of the ship. We're not very good about blowing our own trumpets, and it's about time we did. We have much to be proud of.
Well, I look at that building every day with excitement. I've been watching it since it came out of the ground, and I have been excited about it from the day the first digger went there.
It's the realization of a dream. This is something that's been in our minds for decades. This is the final part of the piece in the jigsaw that says, Titanic has come home.
Titanic is going to shout to the world about the genius of engineering innovation that Belfast owned. The strength of this building as the largest Titanic exhibition in the world will teach the world about all of the artisans, all of the shipbuilding magnates, all of the great leaders that was concentrated in Belfast. This is going to restore Belfast as the centerpiece of one of the finest areas of shipbuilding all over the planet.
You really have to believe in this and have to buy in to the non-measurable aspects of this and what it's really going to do for this area.
The building is so inspirational that you realize straight away what it's trying to do, and then you get on board with that program and you try to assist that. What impresses me is the level of complexity and the challenges. It'd be very easy for us to scale back some of this and make it easier for us to build. But we recognize the structure that we're trying to build here, and that the more iconic we can make it, the better.
It wouldn't be doing justice to Titanic and really Harland and Wolff if you'd put up a large box and put standard systems in it and called it an exhibition. That's different.
It's going to tell the story of the city and the people that built her. Once you get into it, it's very hard to walk away from.
Exhibition design is about storytelling. The key to it is to use the appropriate technology for the appropriate part of the story. The easiest way to educate is if people are actually enjoying themselves. So it's getting a balance between enjoyment that leads to an educational experience. There's a lot to learn in the exhibition. There's a lot that's given there. And we hope that the technology we're using will deliver that story.